I'm here with Mark. I think since I'm so tall, I'll probably want to take a step back. Yeah, we're in Spring, Texas, and I'm curious, like, how did you originally hear about this program?
I was just searching for solar panel options and backup power options, and there's a few companies out there, and you guys sounded like the best option of getting the batteries installed for free, and then getting the solar panels installed for free, and I don't have to take care of the maintenance.
Wow, so you originally, I guess you originally weren't even looking for batteries.
Not originally, no.
Okay, wow. So. And then I guess, had you tried to do it previously when there was the tax credit, like previous?
No, I literally just started looking into it, and then thankfully was able to find the program.
I guess most of the traditional solar options were like either like a loan program or they didn't give you the tax credit anymore. Is that what you found?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It was a loan style program or a subscription-based model or something like that.
Okay. So. And as people might know, there's retail energy partners, and it was funny because you were already with the energy partner, but you were on a different like promotional plan. Yeah,
it's on a standard plan. Yeah.
Nice. So I'm curious how the process went from like start to finish.
Pretty smooth. Little hiccups with the scheduling, but that goes when you have a bunch of people that are looking to get stuff installed. But it took probably about a month maybe to get it scheduled, and then a couple of delays because of people out sick or something like that. So it wasn't too bad to get everything installed and
so since living here in Spring, have you had many outages?
Thankfully not. Couple little quick blips here and there, but nothing for hours, thankfully. Okay. So knock on some wood. To make sure it stays that way. So
are you the type that do you work from home, or is it just?
No. I work in an office setting, but I mean, it's always nice to have backup power for air conditioning for a bit. If it's a short one, keep your fridge going.
Totally.
So
did you already have soft start on your AC, or?
No, that was added in when we did the install.
Okay. Yes, I remember they sent in the invoice for that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're gonna get your AC backed up.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing we sometimes get on our comments is, there's no way you can back up an AC with a battery.
I think if you get enough batteries, I mean. Yeah. You can.
So how much batteries how much like in system size did they end up getting you?
I think it was 40K.
Yeah.
I think is what it was.
Two different batteries. They each have like 4 modules, an upper and a lower. And that should typically last you about a day or day and a half.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, my house uses we've had the pool pump running the whole day. Okay. You would go through the battery, but I don't have the pool pump on the backup power.
Yeah, they probably explain we're not going to back up your pool, or I think laundry is typically something
they were able to do the laundry.
No way.
Yes, I don't have anything crazy it's just a standard washer and dryer, so nothing crazy on that.
Yeah.
So, and the same thing for the stove. There's nothing crazy on the stove either.
It's
gas
electric
stove.
Oh, gas. Perfect.
Just a gas stove standard. Yeah. So
I know a lot of the new construction, they like to do it all electric. I guess it's easier for the builder.
Yeah.
But it is kind of smart to have some gas things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always like to kind of under promise, and if someone ends up getting their AC backed up or they can back up their laundry, it's like, hey, that's a plus.
Yeah.
But I guess, what would you tell anyone who's kind of curious about this?
Know how much power that your house is drawing and how much you need to actually function. It makes planning it out a lot easier. Because I know I use roughly 2,500 watts an hour, like constant drain with the pool pump running and everything like that. So just kind of understand what you're actually using that home before you go into it.
Do you track it yourself with like Smart Meter Texas?
No, what I did is I had one of those EcoFlows, 1,500 watt
the smart
batteries. The EcoFlow the battery backup company.
Yeah.
I saw the little battery backup is like 1,000 watts.
Oh, like one of the camping modules?
So I just plugged stuff in to see how much the wattage they were actually using, and then on a day-to-day, like, TV on, internet and all that, I was using like 500 watts.
So you would add up every single appliance?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get an idea, and then put the refrigerator on there to see what the start-stop on that was.
I could probably show you an easier way to do it.
Yeah, that's all I had at the time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then you had pretty much, you'd been here, you lived here for a whole year, so you knew your whole year.
Not quite. I used about 4 months is what I was here. And I mean, it was here from June to, I think I talked to you guys in September, October.
Okay, makes sense.
So I knew on the height of the heat what I was running.
Yeah.
So with the AC and everything like that. And I have a really old AC, so I hope it only gets better when I replace that.
How old are we talking?
Like 15 years old.
All right, fingers crossed, yeah.
So it should get better when it finally gets replaced.
Totally. Yeah, some of those modules are new, are much more efficient.
Yeah.
However, I did talk to one person. He paid, crazy amount of money for brand new AC, and he said when it was installed, it's supposed to be efficient. It wasn't done correctly.
Oh, yes.
So it was like using a way more power. So if you ever do get something brand new, it's good to monitor at least for the first month, I guess.
Yeah.
So I just noticed across the street you have a neighbor, what looks like, with a standby generator out there.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I just saw that the gate is open, but have they? Do you notice it run? I think once a month.
I have not even heard. I didn't even know she had it for the last, almost a year I've been here. So I didn't even know. But
it is kind of funny because certain parts of Houston, some neighborhoods are they get the blunt of all the outages. Neighborhoods like Magnolia, Pinehurst up there. Sometimes those is just like the wind blows, and people have outages.
Yeah.
But I guess if there was another serious freeze, do you think many people would be coming over here? Do you have family, a lot of friends in the area?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. So I guess I'm blessed not to have to share with the power.
I guess you can just keep all your lights off.
Yeah.
We go in stealth mode. When you first heard about how the virtual power plants works, was there anything in your mind that was like, this is too good to be true? Because
I thought it was too good to be true.
Really?
I still think it might be too good to be true. We'll find out because they're not drawing power yet from the batteries. But the system is designed to have enough solar during the day to account for the power and to charge the batteries. And so I'm hoping that design holds true.
Yeah. Did you already get the app installed?
Yeah, I use it. I look at it daily.
All right.
I'm really horrible at looking at it.
I had someone the other day, and they're just like, I don't want anything else to monitor.
Oh, I actually had it up on my computer at work for a few.
There you go. Okay, you
I log into the website a little bit and just watch it charged. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I think as well, if you really got into it, you could go on ERCOT, and you can see the demand for power, the market rates in Texas. Yeah. So
I know that.
Typically sometimes people are really concerned about, are you going to be using my battery? But it's really those peak times, especially in the middle of the summer. This past summer wasn't so bad. Okay. But those summers where it's blistering hot, new records, that's when they have those rolling brownouts potentially. And this will, by having thousands of homes with these batteries, it'll kind of smooth out the demand curve and help to prevent outages are so common that we're in California. You originally found out about us, was it Facebook?
No, but just internet searching.
Okay, straight from Google.
Just straight searching the web on companies that offer solar, what type of programs are out there.
Okay.
Because the one thing I did not want is a loan. I didn't want to take out a loan. It didn't make sense to me to take out a loan and then still have a power bill to take. Yeah. And then okay, to make sense with solar, you need to have battery backups. I'm like, okay, then what's the cost of battery backup? So I looked at, companies that offer battery backup, and then it just came down to, okay, I don't want to carry a maintenance contract and have to worry about that part. Yeah. So having the maintenance covered, getting the battery backup and the solar, and then help stabilize the grid, I guess, is a bonus.
Checks all the boxes.
So yeah.
We do have a lot of interest from people who already got solar. And some of the biggest thing is maybe 3-5 years after the people got their traditional solar, maybe the system wasn't sized correctly. Maybe their family grew, their habits changed, and now they're getting their electric bill. And with solar, the whole biggest thing is the buyback, and they have to worry about like a buyback. So just how like everyone shops for retail providers, people who have solar have to shop around for like the best buyback rate. In the past, it was 1-for-1. It was pretty fair. You could like use the grid pretty much as a battery to push back power, and now they're paying you pennies on the dollar, maybe 3 or 4 cents. So it doesn't make sense to overproduce. That's what we found. But we love to help people who before they get in that mess.
That's the biggest thing to learn from, is make sure you have a way to store the energy somehow. I mean, because having it running on the batteries at night is just so nice to know that you're not being charged power.
Can you feel a difference?
Yeah. It's all in your head, but yeah.
That peace of mind, I guess.
Yeah, I just I'm not paying for power right now. It's really nice.
It's like you're off grid, but you're still connected.
Yeah.
You're not dependent on the grid, but like you wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
I guess at work, being in like IT, you probably have UPS systems.
Yeah, I mean, you literally learn that the battery backup is a necessity.
What was it that made you move forward despite, it might be too good?
I mean, it checked the boxes of getting the solar and the battery backup and not to come out of out-of-pocket costs.
Yeah.
And it was more going into, well, I hope it pays off by, yes, they'll take some power to the grid when they need it, but hopefully I benefit out still by having enough to run the house and have the battery backup at night to have the free power at night.
Totally.
So interview me in like a year and see how it is.
Yeah, we're going to do those yearly updates. We'd love to do that. And your bills have pretty much been the same, but maybe slightly more because you were on the promo, right?
So, I mean, my power bills have been drastically reduced. But yeah, they had some of the promo rates were a little bit cheaper than the steady, the VPP rate of the 12 cents all in. But I haven't seen the buyback yet because we haven't had to use the buyback. I mean, we haven't had to give power to the grid yet. So we'll see what that comes out at this summer. So the summer will be when it really see how it all works.
I guess when David explained it to you all, you were put on the balance billing, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I think by default, they just look at people's yearly usage, and then they divide it by 12. So it's the same monthly, even though it's based off the yearly usage.
Okay, I think that's how he did it then.
So that just means you get no surprise, crazy high bills. You might pay a little bit more in the winter, but it balances out.
Yeah.
I guess, what would you tell anyone who's, just heard about this, or no, let me take a step back. If someone's like new to this whole concept, like let's say a neighbor or friend, how would you explain them how this all works and how we're able to install the batteries without charging you?
It's about the VPP program that you're selling and helping stabilize the actual grid. So it benefits companies to sell the power back to the power companies to stabilize the grid, so keep it from rolling blackouts and all that.
Yep.
So you get a discount on your electric by having the solar and some battery, and then also being there to stabilize the grid. I mean,
totally. It might look expensive, 40 kilowatt hours of backup power, but unlike your nice neighbor across the street, he didn't have to fork out $10,000 to $20,000 for a Generac. Yeah. Obviously, the Generac is going to be sitting there, kind of waiting. These are a bit more proactive, so they're actively filling up when the electricity is cheap, pushing power back at peak demand. But they're always there. So if the power ever does go out, there's no way for it to push power back. He gets to use them, and then for long-term power outages, they just refill. So even on a cloudy day, like you probably do you have the app on your phone? I wonder. Yes. It is quite cloudy out. I wonder how much it's producing.
So right now, my battery's at 100%.
Wow.
I'm consuming, the pool pump's off right now, so I'm consuming about 600 watts.
Okay.
That will go up once you start cooking dinner to about 1,500. But solar panels are giving about 3,800 right now.
So I guess since the batteries are completely full, they would be pushing back to the grid a good amount.
Yeah, it's just going to the grid now. What was really cool though is when they had that freeze coming this winter.
Okay.
They sent out an email saying that they're going to put the batteries into, call it the storm mode or whatever.
Yeah.
And they refilled it up to 100% and then kept it there at 100% while the storm was going on for those 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So it sucked having to pay for power, but I mean, it was also nice knowing that you had, a backup waiting for you if you did lose power. So thankfully I didn't. But.
Okay. But did you get like a charge for that when it filled up?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't look at my electric bill that much to see if there's a charge for it at all.
Okay. I would check that, because how it's supposed to work is the batteries, when they're doing their thing, whether they're a quarter or a half or full, you don't get charged for that activity. I'll double check that, but you should not get charged for that at all.
Okay.
Maybe go back and see if it was increased, but
they don't have a good app, so I don't know.
Smart Meter Texas is going to be probably the best one to check that out. But yeah, they should have not charged you, even if you weren't on the VPP plan yet.
Okay.
You hadn't been switched over.
I didn't know about whether it was like the free charge on that or not. So that would have been January that happened.
Right. Yep.
So that'd been February bill. Let's see. I don't think they charged me because it was only 152 kilowatt hours I used.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. They're not supposed to charge you.
Yeah.
So even if the future, let's say the summer, for some reason there's a power outage, you would only get charged 12 cents based off the power you use. And because they're basing it off the whole year, they're just averaging it out.
Okay.
So those fluctuations, whether it's a high month or a weird day, just kind of balances all out.